This is the brand new shop blower from Ryobi. It's part of the compact series line. It's very quiet. It's really powerful. It's got everything that you wished for from the previous version and a little bit more. My name is Brent. This is Live Free and Tool On. This is what we are reviewing today. Let's jump into it. At 220 CFM, 140 miles an hour, this has got to be the best shop blower Ryobi has ever came out with. Now, from the previous version, this looks different, it feels different, it's a lot quieter, so whenever you use it inside, it really doesn't wake up the whole family. Now, if you're like me, I get to do stuff at nighttime. Do you see that? Look at this, ready? That's got so much power. I can't believe that Ryobi came up with this amazing shop blower in the form and factor and everything about it. It's kind of like a drill, right? Usually with a shop, kind of like the new Milwaukee one, the handle's on top. So you're going to hold it like this and, you know, it's going to be a little bit different. This is taking a different approach and I can appreciate it. I do got to say my sleeve did get sucked up into here, so whenever you're using it, you know, it's so powerful. You can actually feel the air being sucked in. It did suck my sleeve up to it a couple times, so it's not perfect, but it's still pretty freaking awesome. Now, a couple things that you need to look at. Let's go ahead and take a look here. If you're taking a look, this is all rubber over molding here. Really nice ergonomic rubber over molded handle right through here. You know, obviously this is the standard now for rubber over molding there. If we take a quick look right here, did it focus? Right there, it says compact series. Taking a look at the bottom of it, you do have some information based right there. It is part of the 1+ HP line, so that means it is advanced electronics paired with a brushless motor. Now, this isn't a turbine such as a sling wheel that you saw from the previous version. This is a little jet in there, and I don't know if you're going to see it. It's kind of hard to see. There you go. See the turbine? Yeah, it's a little jet blower. Isn't that, I don't know. I'm kind of a freak when it comes to this because the first blower that I bought from Ryobi was the jet blower. Now, that was only 300 CFM. This one's 220. That one was a full 18 volts. This is 18 volts, but this is a shop blower. And I gotta tell you, you can blow off your sidewalks with this. You can do so much with it. One of the great things about it is I'm letting my kids use it. I always let my daughter, she's 6 years old, or even my older ones, use a little shop blower to blow the leaves off the sidewalk, and it works great. This one is that much better. Now, you also get a couple of accessories. Let's take a look at that. So you have two extension ones. You have this right here. Now, this is just one of the adapters, and then you have a nozzle. Now, this nozzle, it does go down at the bottom, if you see that right there, but it's rubber. See that? It's rubber. And not to be outdone, if you look right here, this is rubber over molded too, so it's a non-marring surface. You can get into the spaces, you can blow things out. And with that being said, if you haven't been watching my channel for a long time, let's pause. Go ahead, take a trip down below the video, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell as well. And I would truly appreciate if you did that, because the next thing I'm going to tell you is I have 7 children. They cost a ton of money. And what do you haul 7 children in? Not a Suburban, not a minivan. I have a Ford Transit bus because we have 9 of us, and the biggest SUV that you can find is only 8. So good for us, but that means whenever I clean out the van, it really takes a lot of effort. And I actually use the compact blowers whenever I do that, and I just blow it out, and it is the greatest thing that I have ever done, because using a vacuum means you have to get into a lot of crevices. Using a blower means you're just using raw power in order to blow everything out. And as you can see, There are chicken nuggets, there's diapers, there's wrappers, there's toys. There is everything in my van. I'm blowing out cups and paper towels and McDonald's wrappers and everything else because my kids don't pick up after themselves, which we're working on that, but all my kids are very young. So don't forget to subscribe. I need to get everything monetized because I gotta pay for all this stuff. I'm just kidding, not kidding, kind of kidding. Reverse that, go down below. So as we get back into this review, this right here only weighs a quick 2 pounds, and that's not bad here. You start adding everything else out, yeah, you're gonna get another pound on that. But let's talk about the sound really quick. Sound is super important. That's why we have a decibel meter. Now, Ryobi claims that this is only 59 dB at 50 feet away. Now, what about someone who's actually using it and you have it down at the ground? So I have a decibel meter and I have my microphone right here on the side of my head, so you're gonna hear what it sounds like just like I do. And I'm gonna set this to max, and I'm gonna hold this right at my ear over here too, and we're just gonna see what the actual number is. Alright, so that was 94 decibels. That's what you're going to expect whenever you're using this, because whenever you're using it, this actually points, the intake actually points back at you, but still not that bad. Now, decibel does have, or the effect on decibel has a huge effect on what nozzle you're using too. So the longer the nozzle, the more muffled it's going to be, a little bit quieter it's going to be, so keep that in mind. But let's get back to the typical testing. Now, was it surprising that it was 94 dB at the ear to your hand? Now, it's cool, 59 dBs at 50 feet away. I'm more worried about the people that are in the video, such as someone like myself that's running around with this because it's a really high-pitched noise. Not as bad as the last one, but still not that bad. If it did have a top handle like this, it would kind of shoot the noise down and not up at the person. So maybe on the next version of this, they're going to go to the Milwaukee just for the pure ergonomics or part of the hearing. Now, one of the things that I did want to check out on this is checking out the feet per minute. Now, I have a really cool Pro Inometer, and I've used this for a lot of ducting. So if you've done any type of HVAC work, you know that you have to test CFM coming out and then use a hood and everything else in order to do that. But if you're just testing velocity that's coming out, well, this is really cool. You can use this. So I'm going to put the little nozzle on here, and I'm going to get my battery in. And I'm going to set this away a little bit. Let's turn it on. Get the light on at 2 feet. Here we go. And would you look at that? Check it out. That is 360 feet per minute. That's incredible for this little bitty shop blower. Now, this is also at 57 degrees Fahrenheit, so air density, all that other stuff plays into it, but it's doing 360 feet per minute. We've got 94 dB rolling out. I gotta say, it's like 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday. All my kids are in bed and they're not waking up. Now, the other little blower would have woken them up. And if y'all want me to do a direct comparison between the two, I will. You just gotta let me know. With everything being said, I've got to say, between the ergonomics on this and everything else, it's a no-brainer for me. I think this is a fantastic tool. One of the other things that I didn't say is you have your little hand grip thing right here that's a little metal bar, but if you hold it just like this, you press the button, you press this in, it does have a lock, so you don't have to pull the trigger the entire time. The only thing that it's missing is a belt clip, and just kidding, it actually has a hole for a belt clip. So if you're just walking around and you want to put this on your belt, you have that option too, which you didn't have the option on any other blower, which actually brings me to a good point. That makes sense to make this into the same thing as a drill or anything else. Actually, now that I think about it, it's actually a really good idea. Everybody, I hope that you enjoyed this review. I hope that it kind of maybe enlightened you a little bit. This thing, I gotta say, is so powerful. It has controls. It is a I didn't say this. It is a variable speed trigger. You can go low. All right, let's see if it's power enough to blow the hat off here. I cracked myself up. I don't know why I do this in front of millions of people. I tell you what, you know, my dad will laugh at me whenever I do this, kind of shake his head and say, okay. But everybody, I'm going to go back to it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you got all the information that you needed. If you're looking to buy one of these compact blowers, you can get them at the Home Depot. Get them in stores or get them online. It's going to cost you 99 bucks. It's the 18-1 plus battery for these, so depending on the battery that you use is how long it's going to last. That's why I didn't do the time test. I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Get out there, go build something, make your mistakes, learn from your mistakes, pass those off onto the next generation, and we will all be better for it at the end of the day. And I really can't wait to see you in the next video. Take care.